And hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of Making It in Media podcast. This is Humberto Gourmilan, but please call me Beto here in beautiful San Diego, California, in my home studio, quarantine studio. Just having a wonderful time and really excited of this awesome show that we got cooking for you.
And I'm Joaquin Elizondo in Los Angeles, California. It's great to be here, Beto. I'm so excited about getting this going, get our show going. It's awesome. So excited. We got some amazing guests coming up, and I can't wait for people to hear their stories.
Awesome. So if you don't know us, we're a couple of guys that have worked in the media for a long time, about 25 years, right? 25 years.
Dang,
so
wow.
We have maybe 50 years experience. That's just people do that, right? 50 years experience.
That's scary. But
That's pretty scary. That's a whole lifetime right there. Even 25 years is a whole lifetime. But, you know, we've gone through it. We've gone through the experiences of multiple, areas in the media. And what's happening with this show is that we got together one day. We, did a little streaming during the quarantine, during the pandemic, and this kind of evolved into an idea for a show because we thought that there was a lack of information out there, right? Lack of knowledge, not knowledge, but information for people that are aspiring media professionals.
Yeah, Beto, I think it's this lack of resources that I think are out there for people who are trying to advance their careers in media. I think it's good to have some practical advice, some practical knowledge from those people who have been successful in media in many areas of media, such as film, TV, music, public relations, social media, all that. We're trying to get those resources here for our audience to help them out with their own personal career goals.
Yeah, and we're also trying to learn ourselves, right, from everybody that's out there in the media. And there's people, like you said, working on all sorts of areas of media. Like you said, we're talking about, well, those shows called Making It in Media for a reason, right? Because we want to learn about people in the film industry. We want to learn about people in the television industry that are journalists, people in the music industry, in all sorts of professions that have to do with media. And this show hopefully is going to, encapsulate that, and it's going to share, stories, but not also just information to help people complete their own journey, but also we want to entertain, man, because it's fun to talk about the industry. It's fun to talk about films, talk about music, talk about shows, talk about the challenges, right? Because everybody has challenges in accomplishing their goals.
That's right. I think, what I've definitely have learned is that when I hear people talking about their own experiences, how they have, dealt with different struggles, have overcome obstacles. I feel like that's the best way to learn, right? You see what other people have done, you take bits and pieces from those experiences, those stories, and then you apply them to your own journey, to your own career path. So I think that's kind of, that's kind of what we're doing here. And also, entertain. It's just fun to hear people's stories, and from being on film sets, to being in a TV studio, reporting the news, to playing with a band, going on tour. I mean, there's so many great stories. So I hope they're inspiring, they motivate people, and also just, it's fun to hear what people have experienced.
Yeah, definitely. I think when people think about the media, they just think about maybe the specific jobs like a reporter or maybe like an actor or maybe like the film director. But there's so many jobs within each area of the industry that, I've found it fascinating. We've already talked to a few of our first guests, and it's really cool just to hear their journey, but also hear them, talk about all the positions and all the jobs that they've had, that they probably have gone through to get to where they are. So the type of guests that you will see in this podcast, Making It in Media podcast, we're just going to go for interesting people that have an interesting story that they can share, but also that they can provide a lot of feedback and a lot of experience and a lot of anecdotes from actually making it in media. See what I did there?
I like it.
I'm getting good already.
Exactly.
So I'm really excited. I don't know about you, Joaquin, but I'm really excited because I get to, chat with you and chat with other people that have, done it or are actually doing it. And hopefully if you're out there, if you are a media professional, doesn't matter if you've already accomplished your goals or if you're working on accomplishing your goals, I think this is going to be a fun show for you to follow and to hopefully we can take you in our journey as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So definitely that's the bottom line in this show. We're just very honest and very transparent in what we want to do. We want to share with you awesome experiences, awesome stories, but mostly we want to share knowledge and information that could hopefully help you first help you accomplish your goals in media, But if you've already accomplished them and want to switch to a different area of media, then maybe, provide those tools and resources in terms of information that you can use to make that switch, right? And really just prove that it can be done. It can be done with a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and a solid plan, and just going for it.
That's right, Beto. It just in the end, it requires work. Anyone can tell you, give you as much advice, but if you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. So don't forget that. That comes down to us and how much effort we put in.
I agree. All right, so that's it. I think for our first ever episode 0, we got some amazing guests, man. I'm excited about the guests that we have. We're going to open with a bang. So definitely stay tuned for what's coming up in the next few days or after the show, because it's going to be amazing. Like I said, I think if you want to support our show, subscribe to our show on YouTube, and then also our social media platforms. Just look us up, Making It in Media Podcast, and then the website, which is really important, makingitinmediapodcast.com, where you can find all the information for the show, and you can find our contact information as well if you want to get in touch with us. I'm set, Joaquin. Are you set? Ready to start?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I want episode 1 now. I want to listen to it. I want people to hear it. It's a good one. We
got to create a little bit of anticipation.
Yeah.
Let's create a little bit of anticipation, and then we'll release it. But definitely hit us up with a subscribe, guys. We'd really appreciate it. And again, visit the website. I'm really excited. It's a pleasure and an honor. If you're stuck around through this first ever episode, I thank you, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with us in the next few episodes.
Sounds great, Beto. I'm so excited to start now this journey. And so, yeah, man, let's do this. I'm
excited
ready
as well, man. All right, guys, that's a wrap. That's a first ever episode of Making It in Media Podcast. Like I said, follow our social media accounts and give us a subscribe on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next episode of Making It in Media Podcast. Talk to you guys later.